Oh my goodness.
And we are live. You can catch us on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and Rumble. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll be right back with you, Howlers.
Ow!
House of a Bass. I'm Ronnie Adams.
And I'm Jacob Casas, and this episode is called You're Not Down.
I'm Jessica Q. Shout out to our sponsor, Katawi Wowie.
How's it going? I'm Rico Savage. Everybody tune in. We're going to be giving away 2 tickets to Electrofest, and we will be having the info in our bio, so tune in.
And I'll go ahead and introduce the guest. So, Rico dropped the ball on that one, No, but once you introduce yourself and let our audience know who you are and what you do.
What's up? My name is Angie. I go by DJ Angie V. And I basically am a DJ who streams and throws an epic party and kind of has a toggle company and isn't a partner in a Cold Stones and kind of just has a lot of hats these days. But yeah, I'm just Angie.
Just Angie, huh?
Yeah.
So, what's like some of the biggest places you DJ'd at?
Oh my God. Definitely like mostly over the United States. I would say like Vegas is obviously always like the mecca of where you want to DJ. So, I've done XS, I've done Encore Beach Club, I'm Tao Group. So, yeah, kind of a lot of places in Vegas.
You still do the Raiders?
I don't. So I did not last season, the season before I was with the Raiders. I didn't come back last season, and I hope to be back one day, but, it's for me, and if it's not, it's not.
What other sports teams have you done? I've seen you with the Clippers
Dodgers, yeah. I DJ'd for the Dodgers, God, man, years ago. I'm actually back with them this Saturday for Dodger Fest. I've DJ'd for the Clippers. Am I a Laker fan? Yeah. But have I DJ'd for the Clippers? Yeah.
So how did you get involved in all these major events? Where did you start at? Like, because that's big time. I only know a few people that's done like major DJing and like sports events. That's huge.
It sounds awesome when I say it. Yeah, it does sound cool. Honestly, I've just been in the game a really, really long time. So I've just been in the game a really long time, and just through meeting people, you do one event and one person knows one person, and they send you to another event. So yeah, honestly, I would just say like connections for the most part. And I mean, now I have a great agent, so, but throughout the time of all those meetings.
Now that's important. That helps.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like an agent sounds like that'd be I haven't heard a lot of people talk about as DJs that they had an agent. This is my first time actually.
Okay.
A DJ has an agent.
Okay. Yeah, there's a good group of us that do, and there's a lot of that don't, but yeah, I do. I'm with Scam Agency. It's definitely one of the top DJ agencies, especially for open format. And yeah, and my guy Sujit, my agent Sujit, he's both a menace and amazing at his job. He knows what he's doing. Yeah, he's been in the game for a long time too.
Has it been a challenge being a female DJ in the game?
I think it is. If you ask a man, they're going to be like, no, you guys have it easy. You guys have tits. And it's, there are pros, but just like everything I do, I think ultimately it is a boys' club. The boys want to hang out with the boys. They don't really want to hang out and, they want to do other things with us. Hanging out, is not the top list of what they want to do. They definitely would prefer, I would say, to probably do other things if it were, an ideal situation for them. But I think that's in anything, in any aspect. It's a little, I don't know if I'd use the word harder, but there are different challenges that I think men don't face that us women do.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. But we also do have things in our corner that are great for us. Like our titties.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Rico's like, yeah.
Did you start off in the Inland Empire?
I'm born and raised, i.e., born and raised, diehard. I think I was blessed to live so close to LA, but not really have to be in LA.
Yeah, we're only 45 minutes away.
It's so close. My agent makes fun of me all the time because he's like, oh, it only takes 35 minutes. And I'm like, with no traffic, I can definitely get out there for 35 minutes. But it's dope because I get to come back to reality a little bit more. It's a little more realistic out here, I think, than LA.
Agreed.
I think if I lived in LA, I would be a far more nut job than I am. Get into a lot more trouble. But yeah, I'm born and raised in Inland Empire. I grew up born in San Bernardino County, baby. And then I kind of grew up, I would say mostly in Rancho Cucamonga, and then Chino, and then lived the last, God, man, I was in Pomona for like a good 12, 13, maybe 12 years. Now I'm in Upland. Yeah.
Is that why you chose for the You're Not Down location?
Yeah, it just kind of happened. It definitely just kind of happened. My boy Don Pareto, who's now with Live Nation, Golden Voice, he was booking events out in Pomona, and I don't even know how our paths crossed, but they did. And he booked me for, God, I can't even remember. It's been a really long time, but it definitely started my journey in Pomona. And I was kind of just starting to really kind of like come up in the actual club scene. So I just kind of started there for the most part, yeah.
And you were always playing like the oldies? I mean, because
No.
I mean, to me, when I see MTV, it's like the woman version of Art LeBeau, but like
I love that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, actually not at all. I was actually DJing mostly clubs, open format, locally, really locally out here.
Yeah.
I worked a lot for Nike back then, so I was kind of DJing IE Inland Empire clubs, a little bit of LA, but making really good money on the corporate side with Nike. But no, the thing is, you probably remember Detox. Did you guys used to go to Detox?
Rooftop.
For sure.
Yeah.
Adam was doing Detox, and, we'd just been friends for a while, and he's like, yo, do you want to take over the small patio? It's tiny, and at the time I was DJing like 4 to 5 nights a week.
The top part.
The top part.
Yeah.
The smaller patio.
Yeah.
At the time I was DJing like 4 to 5 nights, and I was just over playing Big Bank, Little Bank over and over again, or whatever the song was at the time. And I was kind of like, okay, well, I'm down, but I kind of want to try something different. Like, I had this birthday party, and it was themed. It was like a Chola birthday party theme. But it was the most fun birthday party I'd ever had.
I think I remember it.
Based on the music. Yeah. And it was a backyard of my mom's backyard. I was like, Mom, I'm going to have a little birthday party. Can I have it in your yard? Only like 50 people. She did not want me to have that party. It was like 150 people showed up, dressed up like thugs. And the music really like turned that party into something so different than I think any of us had really experienced at the time. We grew up on it, but we didn't really, you don't go somewhere like to go somewhere to dance to it. So I kind of just had that taste in my mouth for a while. And then when Adam offered me the second patio, I was like, I kind of want to try like this like old school party. He's like, I don't really care what you do. Like, do you? We tried it, and it was really small, but it was an early crowd, which at the time, it still to this day is hard to get an early crowd somewhere. So we were kind of it just happened. It started really small, and then it just kind of, for a few years, built. And now we're here.
And then you moved to what, the alleyway?
So we did the first year, and then I wanted to have a birthday party, end the season with my birthday party, but I knew, like, there's no way that little patio is going to handle my birthday party. So I kind of, like, went to the alley and looked at it and was like,
It's narrow. It's not like wide.
It's literally an alley. So if you've never been, there's nothing in there. It's an alley. But I was like, I feel like I can like make this cool, and I feel like I could see this being a cool thing. I talked to Vera at the time, who was managing it. She was like, yeah, take it. See, we built this little like rinky-dink stage, which looking back is like so. I have to post about this. We did this little stage, and we sold it out.
Yeah, I remember.
And that was just insane and so much fun. And the next year, we stayed up top and we did the alley again. So I think after the pandemic, when I had a little bit more of a following due to Twitch, I was like, okay, we're going to do the new season fully in the alley. We did it, and we just definitely outgrew that, like from day one. For the most part, we stayed the season there. And then, yeah, after we outgrew that, the next season we moved to the Derby Room in still Pomona. I wanted to keep the party very rooted in where it is, which I had so many people like, move the party. And I was like, no, this is kind of the magic of it.
So you have a pretty big following on Twitch?
Yeah.
How did you get that rolling?
Man, I feel like it's crazy. So pandemic hits, me, like a lot of other DJs, have no job, right, overnight. I applied to Amazon. I'm like, a bitch is going back to work, right? It's all good. Forklift. My dad's like, come work with me at Walmart. And I was like, sure. I was down. I applied to Amazon. And the first day of lockdown, me and my friend Amris, we just get lit on wine. And we go on to Instagram Live and I just start DJing, which I hated Instagram Live with a passion. The thought of people being able to ask me about my personal life live. Like, I hated that.
And
No.
then back then, everybody was on live back then.
They had it yet. It was the first day. Literally
okay.
the
The first day.
first, like, the first night where everyone was, it was before St. Patrick's, the day before. But I tried kind of live streaming, but I just hated it. It was like, when are you gonna, just all in my business. And I was like, you can't really like fake the funk. It's live, you know? So I hated it. But we went on and we had like 200 people, which felt like a lot. And I was lit. And I was like, I'll come back tomorrow. It was St. Patrick's Day. We came back on St. Patrick's Day and there was a couple more 100 people. I was like, I'll come back again the next day. Came back on the next day and it was just growing by like a crazy
Every
amount.
day.
By the end of the week, like I was doing higher numbers than Diplo. So I was,
Wow.
yeah, like everyone was now live streaming by the end of the week because everyone else was bored. But my numbers were just like really crazy. So I didn't go to my interview at Amazon. I was like, I feel like this is kind of maybe,
work.
yeah. And I had been praying. Had been praying before the pandemic, like, I'm getting older. It's time probably for me to hang it up. God, I've had the best time ever. Now, whatever you want from me. Like, straight up. I have never felt more, that was great. I'm good. What do you want? So when that happened, I felt like God was really talking to me and was like, you're really not done. And now that you have relinquished your will to me and your plan, girl, let's go. Like, let's go. And that's what happened. It just picked up really fast. And then Twitch came around and everyone was going to Twitch. And I still was like, nah, I'm going to stick with Instagram. I'm going to keep getting shut down and like, come right back, boom, boom, log back on. But I did. I made the move to Twitch. My boy E-Rocket hit, me up and was like, hey, like, make this move. I did. And then that same thing. We just moved that following.
How many people you got on Twitch? subs or-
To be honest, I don't know.
A lot, though.
Me enough. Like, I do decent numbers still to this day outside
Okay.
of the pandemic. I still Twitch.
They
I
were
still
monetizing
live
back
stream.
then?
Yes. So I didn't go until I felt like the monetization was going to be worth it for me. And I was scared because I had an older crowd due to the fact that on weekends I did a very Art LeBeau inspired show, Oldie Sunday. And so my older crowd, I was like, they're not going to come. So I basically was like, if you give me a month to stream simultaneously and bring them, like, I think we can do it. And that's what we did. And we did tutorials on how to download it, how to make the switch to Twitch, we're really active on bringing them over.
So Twitch, you're monetized on there. You're making money on Twitch.
Absolutely.
That's good.
At the time, I was making great money. Now that the world's open and I don't really have, I can't sit and do it, it's not but it evens out with, life kind of thing.
So what's your next move? Like, what do you? Well, actually, first, just tell us your next move. We'll go from there.
I have no idea.
You don't know?
Yeah.
Kind of just go with the flow of
I
things.
kind of have always been that girl. Yeah, I'm a very whatever.
Spontaneous.
Very.
and
What's for me, I
will
believe this
be.
now more so. What's for me is for me. So I don't specifically know my next move, but I do know that I'm settling down a little bit more of the party girl aspect. It's in my blood. It's natural. But I want to really focus more on how to excel these things, how to take You're Not Down, what we started at 100-person party that we're now selling out a 1,500 people party. What does that mean? So I feel like You're Not Down is really kind of the lane that I'm focusing a lot of my energy on taking to the next level.
I can see that not like an EDC, but like a huge festival with different stages.
Yeah,
I definitely can see it with other DJs and artists.
Yeah,
I mean,
and that's the
like a
thing.
main
We
stage and-
absolutely we really push other talent, other DJs. I think the thing that makes You're Not Down different from a lot of parties is I come from a different world than a lot of these, I would say, Chicano promoters, or I'm a little different. My lane is I DJ at high-end clubs or just different types of. I have a different melting pot that creates.
No, I get it because
Does that make sense? It's no down talk.
I see it in the crowd because you have the whites, blacks, Mexicans, and everybody's in one area listening to the certain type of music, and you usually only get it from a certain crowd.
Exactly.
But it's everybody there, like you said.
Which I
be
love.
there, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's dope, and you're breaking barriers with that.
Okay, we got some people in the chat that want to ask some questions. Go ahead, Rico. I see you see people in the chat right there. Try to find something.
It's somebody saying hi, Angie.
Hi guys. What up, V Swarm? If you're in the building.
Her sets and music jams. Which I'm trying to switch. I think somebody's asking like, what was your challenge trying to Twitch?
Honestly, I'm not especially at the time I wasn't a very like techie girl. Like that's just not my jam. So at the time I brought my friend Carrie and I was like, I'll pay you to learn this shit. I don't want to learn it. So I would think like the tech part was hella challenging. It still probably is a little challenging for me.
When you let her know the questions, shout out to the guy asking the question. Say the person's name.
No, that's it for right now.
But that's nice. You have a team that helps you.
I did. Yeah,
so even if you don't know how to do it, you got people that are on your side.
Yeah.
They're going to make sure it happens.
Yeah, I definitely was like, listen, I am a very great, I think I'm a control freak, but I'm also a great delegator. And like, if you know what you're doing, great. I don't have to look over your shoulder. You do you. So yeah, I was like, I'm not good at this. I'm changing that in the aspect of I'm more eager to learn now. Mm-hmm. But at the time I wasn't. At the time I was like, I don't know how to do this
Just
shit.
figure it out for
me. Please do
Thanks.
it for me. Here you go.
Yeah,
it's not for me. But I'm trying to get better at that.
So, if you had a chance to expand it like to a different state, would you?
I would
Tour
definitely.
type thing?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many talks about it. It's happened a lot. It has to feel right for me. I'm very about what things feel like and how it's supposed to feel. That's always been the number one priority with You're Not Down. We sell out at 1,500 people, which means we could be bigger, right? Like we still have the space, but it doesn't feel necessarily right yet. So I think when it does, I'm so open to whatever that means. But I think we need another year of like really nailing down what this is, what it could be. That's my opinion.
And you guys released tickets, a couple days ago?
We released tickets on Friday, yeah. And we're like,
Sold out?
not yet, but literally in like maybe the last 40 tickets.
How can they get your tickets?
Eventbrite. So they get tickets on Eventbrite.
You're Not Down?
Now.
Just
actually, it's under Angie Vasquez because it's been 76. So we have 24 tickets left.
24 tickets. Go get them.
Yeah. Yeah, and we have been a $25 party. We've not upped our rate. Everyone gets in for the same price. There's no VIP number. But when you walk in the door, if you choose to use your money to purchase a table or bottles, that's a different story. But we like everyone to come in on an even keel.
So I wanted to ask you. So we bring a lot of entrepreneurs on this show, but you're more of a high level DJ. So tell us a little bit about the business side, like the background of the business side of your life as a DJ.
For a long time, it was super fun, and not that it's not anymore, but it was I got to do whatever I want and go DJ a couple nights a week and wake up and go surf or, which I loved. That was kind of the lifestyle that I really liked in my late 20s and 30s. And then after the pandemic, it got a lot more serious, and it was very much so about how I'm performing, the business aspect of it, guest list, bottles, stuff like that. So it's more serious now, but yeah, it's a hustle. It's a constant hustle. It doesn't start when I get to the DJ booth. It starts when I'm prepping my set during the week, going through music, new edits. When I'm getting on the plane at 7 a.m., traveling, checking in, having dinner with certain people that you have to have dinner with because that's part of the game.
Now, who does your marketing again? Who does most of your marketing?
So Sujit Kundu, Scam Artist, he's my DJ agent. He's who, handles my bookings. Mm-hmm. But as far as marketing goes, that's myself. We all pretty much market ourselves. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have a set schedule? So I'm a social media marketing expert. I own an advertising agency. So I got to ask you, do you have a set schedule of when you post, or do you try to post daily, or is it just kind of whenever you feel like it?
Yeah, I wish. I really want to get there one day, right? I'm learning. It's a small, slow thing. I really don't. And the funny thing is, before the pandemic, my friends and I are a freaking blast, right? We are girls that love to have fun. We're going to have fun no matter where we go. It just is what it is.
He's like, I love that shit.
I know a couple of her friends, that's why.
Yeah, we're just
they party.
We're those girls. Yeah, we like to party. We're just fun times, right? That doesn't change. So before the pandemic, I was, I'm DJing. I can't really post when I'm DJing. So it was so funny because most people had started following me just because of the fun that we were having. And then during the pandemic, they're like, oh my God, you actually really DJ. And I'm like, yes, I freaking DJ. They're like, we just thought you were just which we are. So I will say still, even so, I'm still shitty at posting DJ content, but I'm great at posting chaos and debauchery. Thank you. Oh man, poor Zoe. Shout out to Zoe and Marlo. Marlo's here with me. I'm so sorry.
If you weren't DJing, what would you be doing? Because like going to your page and looking at it, it looks like you would be modeling. Most of your pictures are like
what a neat slapper. That's awesome. Thank you for saying that. I definitely not that. I hate taking pictures. I hate like taking photos. I hate shooting like anything.
Lies.
If you look at my promo, like my agent's like, you need new pictures. I hate it. Like, thank you. Bless your heart. That's the biggest compliment that anyone can give me. But I don't know, honestly.
We're
definitely
like,
something social. Points.
Reel her in, Rico. Reel her in.
Do you still have any more of the NGV beepers? How can you explain?
Oh,
I know about that. That shit is dope.
Okay, so Bumpbox came to me, and they're a great brand. They do custom gigantic boom boxes. They do little pagers, like speaker type things. And they're like, hey, we want to do like a little launch with you, and you're not down, or whatever you want, really. So we did these custom little NGV beepers, and I love them. I'm sure you could still order them. It's been a while, but yeah, shout out to Bumpbox. Thank you.
We have a question from the
Yeah.
Hold on. Bring the mic over to you, though. Right there.
Elva Campa said, ask her about the roller skating set and California wine cruise.
Catalina wine mixer. So during the pandemic, going back, we basically, me and my best friend were like, let's just stream every day. So I streamed every day for 3 months straight of the first 3 months of the pandemic. And we just were like, okay, let's pick a theme. And they would pick a theme. And so one day, her and I decided to remove all the furniture from my living room and turn it into a skating rink. And so we just, we skated in a circle while I would DJ and then skate.
No shit.
Yeah, I ate shit so hard. That was like the best part of it. But that was like the cool shit we did. And then one day I was like, let's be old ladies and let's do yacht rock. And we dressed up like these old ladies and decorated my backyard as if we were like Catalina wine mixer, and that did really well. Yeah.
Funny.
So we just were like just idiots.
Just partying.
I'm literally,
Partying
I'm literally successful because I'm an idiot. That's the truth.
Hey, me too.
Do not say homegirl investigation.
Homegirl investigations.
Who was it, though?
Do not. Do
not. Shout out to Do Not.
What's up? Do not. Homegirl Investigations is the same for an Amorous. We basically just get in other people's business and try to solve the case. Like the dog. Yeah. So, unfortunately for my best friend Marlo, she has beautiful hair. She's here with me. But she brought her dog over. Hey, Mar. And I'm actually glad we're talking about this because my poor dog groomer got so much heat for this. Unfortunately, her dog was matted really bad. And she had to be shaved down. The haircut. It was real fucked up, right? Yeah. And so me and my friend at first were kind of making fun. And when we went to go to see the dog, we weren't expecting like that poor little ass dog just all like that, right? So it was a very authentic thing. She shaved the dog down. Zoe has to start from scratch. So we solved the case of, I don't really know what we solved there. But then there was a case of I had seen this guy who was kind of like, it felt like he was maybe holding this lady hostage in Pomona. And it was like really sad. So I'm like, I live in Pomona. Like I could see all this background. I know where this is. I know where that is. So me and Amorous decided to get on my TikTok and homegirl investigation out. We found where that fool lived. We found his car. We found the location. So yeah, homegirl investigations. We're out here trying to save lives, kind of.
Did you save any lives?
We did not save lives. Basically, we didn't find the woman. We found nothing. We didn't find the woman. But we know where the man lives. We still, on occasion, cruise by. He still lives there.
And how's the taco business? What is that about?
It's good. It's hard. It's definitely hard. Taco business. I started a taco business because I was making tacos for my guys at my agency. We were having barbecues kind of like during the pandemic.
And they had you cooking?
Well, because this is why. My agent's like, oh, we barbecue sometimes. I'm Latina. We barbecue sometimes. We make carne asada. Oh, sounds great. So I go to my first, and they're all guys. And it was literally a piece of carne and tortilla. That's it. And I was like, this is not. it just is just not like,
Not it.
I got you guys. Let me hook you up. So I came back the next week. I did my thing. It was a whole different thing. And so then it was like, can you do it again? Can you do it again? I started barbecuing there. And then first You're Not Down comes. My agent comes. The venue's selling their taco guy. And he's like, these tacos are shit. Why are you not, like, why aren't you making this? Why don't you handle this? And I was like, I guess I never thought about that. So he kind of put that idea in my head of like, he's right. I can start a taco company and really push it at my party.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. It's hard.
So it's like a mobile taco?
Yeah, it's like a catering mobile. Right now we were just doing events for a while. Like last year I had to pull back because I was way too busy. And that shit is not this. That's hard. Like that's labor. It's really hard finding employees that you really trust to take that.
We were
I'd say that's the
chatting
hardest
about
part.
that.
Yeah.
So hard. People that are going to be consistent.
Yes,
That's the
and then it's a taco business, so they're making. They're not like.
No, they're making good money.
They're
yeah.
not making. So it's no one's like selling their soul to work on weekends for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was that. It's still a challenge, but
What's
this
the name
year,
of your
boom.
taco?
You're Not Down tacos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And Elvis said your taco pineapple recipe is fire.
Thanks.
Shout out to Elvis.
Elvis.
Elva.
Elva or Elvie?
Elva.
Is it
You're not
Elvie?
down to try my taco, huh?
Okay. What's that?
That's what
Yeah.
you
Oh,
got, you ain't
our
down to
slogan.
try my taco?
Yeah. If you don't like my taco, I'm nacho type. That's our slogan. Yeah.
And then they're asking about the Cold Stone too.
So
Who though? But explain who it is.
Stephanie S.
what's up, Steph?
Stephanie S. Yeah.
Man, y'all, I talk so much. So I was approached by 3 people that own multiple codes. They own multiple franchises, and they came to You're Not Down. We have mutual friends, and after they're like, hey, we would like to meet up with you to talk about maybe marketing the Cold Stones in North Upland, Claremont. I had just moved to Upland, which is actually not far from that Cold Stones, and it's where I go to my Orange Theory in the morning. I go to my Whole Foods. It's in the new area of my everyday life. Another God type thing. So I'm thinking they're going to call me in and say, hey, we'll pay you to post a couple times. And they're like, hey, we need a little bit more visibility. Would you be willing to come in as a partner? And I was like, I just felt like it just is terrifying as it sounded. It's scary. That's not, You're Not Down. That's a real legitimate type of situation. It was terrifying and I was scared, which meant, yeah, I should totally do it. Yeah. I was freaking out.
Get
what
out of
does
that
this mean?
comfort zone.
Yeah. But,
Get your own flavor and shit.
I did. Yeah. I get, they're basically you can do whatever you want as far as marketing, whatever you think. So I've been bringing friends in and creating stuff. And
How long have you been a partner in that?
about since maybe November.
Nice.
I think November.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
That's
Yeah.
pretty exciting.
Yeah. It's great.
It's different
Again,
having a brick and mortar, right? It's you actually.
I'm so lucky that I'm kind of the one that's not, that heat isn't as much on. Girl, market this and make it fun and cool and get the word out.
Nice.
It's still interesting, having employees. My partner Chris is always like, it's our store. It's your store. You're a part of it. Because I'll be like, yeah, maybe you guys can let homegirl know. They're like, no, it's ours.
You're you tell her.
Yeah, kind of. I can boss my people around, but that still feels a little different. But yeah, it's cool. It's just wild. It's just so wild. Yeah.
How many people do you have working for you?
So for You're Not Down, that party alone, which is once a month, I would say our staff is easily over between 15 to 20 people. When you kind of break it down, maybe more. My taco company, we have about 6 employees, faithfully, anywhere from 6 to 10, depending on the month. And then I wouldn't say Cold Stone people work for me specifically, but there's probably 8 employees there.
Okay. So you're just a true entrepreneur.
I guess.
Yeah.
How do you look at that, though?
I don't.
You just
I don't.
You're just fuck it. You just go with the flow.
Yeah, I think hearing myself sounds insane. This sounds crazy. When I take myself and really look at it, and if I think back to my past, I'm like, holy shit, I can't believe these words are coming out of my mouth. But I would be lying if I said I sit and plan this out or think this. If that makes sense.
It's not easy to be an entrepreneur, and it's coming and to
It's a
be when
24/7 job.
when I'm looking at you, you're explaining it if it's just kind of just happening.
Yeah, it kind of is.
It kind of just
Yeah.
happened.
I mean,
That's what.
Yeah.
No, not. She said it seems like Angie is. It seems like every year Angie's taking on a new business.
Yeah. I have to turn some shit down sometimes. I've turned a lot of things down that I don't want to, but like I said, it's very feeling. You just feel it.
If it feels right.
Yeah, when the Cold Stones came, it just felt.
It's like your intuition.
Yeah.
Us women have that, guys. Sorry.
Definitely. I will say I've loved mine. Yeah. I've made mistakes, of course.
This is
I think
not a
that's how we
DNR.
learn.
Nah, just kidding.
Our side versus your side.
I know, right?
The winner side.
What advice would you give to up and coming DJs as far as like if they feel like they have to take every show just to be seen or?
I think I would say in the beginning, do it. I would say in the beginning of your career, take everything. Take that backyard party. Take if you have a vision for yourself and you're not there at that time, then you take everything because
Weddings,
like
quinceañeras,
absolutely.
everything.
Oh my God, I did all those. I did quinces, weddings, backyard. My first time I ever DJ'd was a backyard party for a good friend of mine. Yeah, but again, you know, the mayor of so and so is cousins with this person, or it just like all those little relationships along the way add up. So I would say don't create this vision of what you have and only. This is just my opinion. Only, you know, because there's people that are going to tell you like only hyper focus. I don't feel that way. I feel make that money, take those things because everything is an opportunity over the financial gain. You're gaining more with the experience than you are with the check. So I say take all the work you can until you take yourself to a position where you're able to say, this no longer aligns with me, or that. I think the younger generation doesn't really understand that concept.
Yeah.
Like, I'm an old bitch, you know what I'm saying? I'm an OG, so, like, you got to kind of, like, take, because you don't know, my friend Don Prieto,
Who's going to see you? Or, you know
he started as a little promoter. He's Live Nation, he's put me on big shows, you know?
Now, these businesses you have, do you fund them each? Are you funding all of them?
Yeah, with the exception of Cold Stones, everything is, funded through,
So the
myself.
taco company,
Yep.
your DJ, and
Yep.
what's next? What else?
It's
The Cold Stones.
It's the Cold Stones. I honestly think taking You're Not Down Tacos a little more serious and legitimate is my next step. Like, I am thankful for the franchise, but, like, I'm trying to be the franchise at some point. So I think taking my taco company a lot more serious, a lot more hardcore, which is going to be a lot more work for me, but that's okay. We'll get it done.
Oh, it's gonna have to take a team for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah,
It's
especially when expansion and growth is a whole franchise, and that's a whole different beast.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know?
I don't know, like just a chain or something. I just know it could be something, and I'm
Right.
sitting on something that could be doing more for me.
Right.
Yeah.
We're gonna cut to a commercial real quick. You wanna?
All right. Okay. Yeah. And quick shout out to our sponsor, Kitawi Wowie. You have a commercial to play?
So we'll be right back with you. There it is.
Catal. I was wondering what is
Getting
Catal.
involved.
It's my teeth whitening kit. So I'm an entrepreneur.
Sorry.
I'm like, what is everybody looking at?
Are you hiding your real smile? Try Katawi Wowie, the ultimate at-home solution for brilliant teeth. See the results in just 7 days. Visit our site and use code PODCAST at checkout for $20 off your purchase.
Shout out to my team for making that.
That's what's up.
Thank you, Ellie.
That was from our sponsor, Katawi Wowie. We appreciate that. That's our first sponsor right now, so that's
Like it.
our new thing we're gonna be doing. Just letting everybody know.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get back to we're talking about the franchises and all that.
Yeah.
Couple of people in the I feel like Don't Not knows you. I don't know
Probably.
that. I think she
Dude, the Twitchers, like
Norma?
Oh yeah. And what's up, Norma? Like, they're diehards. They come to shows, all my shows. Like, we kind of created a really awesome family in Twitch throughout the years. Like, these ones, they ride.
Yeah.
They ride.
I can see. We see them riding right now.
Yeah.
They're riding hard for you right now.
Yeah, we call it the V Swarm.
The V Swarm.
Yeah.
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 We're promoting Grand Marshal.
Is that your?
I
That's not your
was,
phone,
yeah.
is it? Whose flag is
What
that?
is that?
I was
For parade, right?
yeah, the Christmas parade of 2000, like the Grand Marshals, like, I guess in my head the cool person of the city that year. So it was 2023.
You lead the parade, right?
Yeah,
So
you
that's
lead
pretty
the
cool,
parade.
yeah.
I got beat out the year before by an astronaut. I guess they went to space. Wow,
Whoa.
big whoop.
Nerd. Took all that time in school. Nerd.
Nerd, fucking nerd. No, shout out to the astronauts. That's total jokes, guys. But yeah, I was the Grand Marshal of the 2023 parade. I'm telling you guys, when I say this shit, it's like, in what world?
Margaret Teosoga said hi. Angie.
What up, Doe?
You're talking to your mic though, Rico, so they can hear you.
Hi, Angie V is dope.
What's up, Doe?
Yeah. You got fans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're. I prefer to call them supporters.
Supporters.
Come up here and get your t-shirt signed.
They're like, we have it already.
And your teeth whiten.
Yeah, you
Towie
have great
Wowie
teeth.
style.
We're going to do teeth
noticed
whiten
that.
right
Damn,
here
my teeth are good.
on the
Thank you.
podcast.
Yeah.
Lay on the table.
Yeah, right here. And whiten your teeth.
You guys, I need it. Don't trip.
I got
I'm
you.
with
I
it.
got you.
I'm with it. Sign me up. Give me that code.
Have you ever done a set and like just like being like lit?
Oh,
Have
have I ever not?
I know.
You're like, when have I been
question.
sober? That's
Yeah, right? I think, honestly, yeah. Oh my God, 1,000 times. I think,
Do you play better? You know, like, some people, like
yes and no.
I drive better when I'm drunk. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
What?
I did before the pandemic. I
I
DJ'd
bar hop
better.
better when I'm drunk.
Right.
After the pandemic, no, because I feel like I feel like my DJ quality has gone down so much dramatically after, because I think before I would get lost in DJing and it didn't really matter. No one was really paying attention. And now I just feel like everyone's kind of staring a little more. Like,
You're a
what is she
weirdo.
going to do?
Stop looking at me.
Just a little more expectation, and it makes me. I'm nervous.
You want to be
I'm
clear-minded in a sense, like, or not?
but I can't be. I get nervous, and I'm like, this is too much. Bam, and she's gone. She's out.
And
So
then
I
V
get
comes
way
out,
more
huh?
wasted.
Then
Yeah.
V comes out.
But I'm getting better. I'm really working on it. I promise I'm gonna work on it for You're Not Down. Like, I just go into self-destruct mode, which isn't good, but it's just reality. So I'm not gonna do that this year. Your girl is gonna be
Yeah, right.
hopefully not blacked out
daytime-
until after my
daytime
set.
drinking that You're Not Down hits fucking different.
Well, and then you have
I
1,500
blacked-
people
I
like
blacked
this.
out before the sun goes down.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I
It's
blacked out last time I went.
and then everyone. This is the other thing. We drove 8 hours from Bakersfield, California, to have one shot with you times
Everybody.
27 people
follow
in
me.
1 hour. Yeah, and I'm a
Damn.
people pleaser. Yeah.
That's
And,
lights out.
No, it's lights
Supporters
out
happy.
every month for sure. Like, I don't know how I get home, but I do. It's not by me. I never drive. You know, my liver is it took some hits this last year, but this year I'm gonna be better.
You're not drinking as hard no more?
I'm trying not to, but I was lit on Sunday. But you know, less lit. Yeah.
This past Sunday you did the Twitch. You were on Twitch, no?
I was on Twitch and the other worst place in the whole world, DTE brunch, because I'm stuck in a corner while people are sitting down, sending me.
I was talking to Danny too. I was talking to Danny about the brunch. He said it was pretty lit.
It's the worst. Like, I love it because I love playing it, but I was the most drunk this last year at brunch, probably in the beginning of the year. Like, I'm talking throwing up, and I have not thrown up in a long time.
Public or when you got home?
Like, stop the car, open the door, she's throwing up, we're trying to go to somewhere else, and they're like, bitch, we're taking you home. Like, I wasn't driving, but it's bad. It's because you're stationary. If I'm moving and shaking, I can say, hey, take some of the sip, pass it along. But if I'm stuck in one spot,
Start spinning.
I can't fake it. And nobody cares. Like, nobody cares that
Still have
I'm going to be
shots.
blacked out and the music's probably going to stop. They don't care. Like, it's fine.
Damn.
Have more.
I know about blacking out.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? I'm sure your viewers will want to know a little bit more about yourself also.
Okay.
Through this journey, who inspired you in your DJ journey, on your DJ journey?
Oh, my God.
Like, there's a lot of well-known DJs out there.
I
So
definitely.
share with us.
AM by, like, 100%. DJ AM was, like, the coolest thing. I think what he was doing at the time with, you know, Serato starting and having vinyl, but also, like, online. It's kind of like what you see on TikTok with all the mashup stuff now. Like, AM was doing that live. And just his, like, engagement. I love DJ AM. DJ Vice was a really humongous supporter, amazing person. I would watch him DJing when I would open for him at Tao. and I learned so much from him.
And that's in Vegas, Tao.
Yeah, Tao in Vegas, yeah. And just how he treated people, like all the whole aspect. So I would say
It's
Vice.
funny that you mentioned his name, and I automatically knew who you were talking
yeah.
about because I knew some of the DJs in that area
Okay.
too. But go ahead. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
no, absolutely. Yeah, he's great.
Who else?
Spinderella. I
Okay.
loved Spin. She like showed us girls that like what you can do, what you can
do
be.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was lucky enough to, know her when she was living here in LA. So
fire.
Spin for sure, yeah.
Mhm.
Honestly, like just like everybody. I'm the DJ that I'm walking into another room and I am not hating. I'm not looking for you to mess up. I actually want you to mess up because I love hearing just in the zone, in the moment, like
So
kind
what
of
are you
stuff.
looking for when you're listening?
That's kind of
to a
interesting.
DJ?
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, what are you looking for?
I'm just looking for like something that makes it go, ooh, like that's fun. That's
Like the mix or the
maybe
the
something I wouldn't
switch?
play. Yeah, like how they mixed it, or you sing along at this part, you drop the music, and you think the song's coming back on, but you're not. Another great part of a song comes on. I'm looking for like things that just make me want to have fun because that's what I want to be as a DJ. This shit ain't. I am not
The
curing
vibe is
cancer.
crazy.
Yeah, like a bitch ain't freaking. Like I'm not doing anything other than wanting for you to walk in. If you get 2 hours with me, I hope in those 2 hours you're having a great, amazing time and you forget your troubles. That's the best thing I could hope for in a night. Like I don't need to be perfect. I don't need to be beautiful. I don't need to be put together. I just need you to have a good ass time.
Have
That's
you ever
me.
felt like you messed up
Every day.
every day?
Every gig.
Like what makes you feel like you messed up at a party or something? Like
It just depends. The world is changing.
like if they're not vibing.
Yes.
that's
So,
what-
like-
oh my God, am I doing this? Am I on
yeah.
my game right now?
Especially now because I'm like I said, I'm old school. I grew up DJing clubs where people were dancing. Bottle service wasn't really as important. So now this like newer kind of area, especially LA, I hate. They're not dancing. They're just popping bottles and on their. You're playing music for them to be on their Instagram or TikTok. That kind of sucks.
Videos, yeah.
So that can really mess with your like
Mental.
I won't even say ego because it's not that I have an ego. I'm not getting the what I want from you, which is being lost, being in the zone. So those are the times that I kind of like if everyone's just on their phone, I'm like, oh. And then you're just trying to figure out like what does it take, and then you realize it takes them getting half of that bottle gone into their system.
The mental game is serious then when
Oh,
y'all
yeah.
really thinking about what y'all gonna play, what they vibing off of, what they're not vibing off of, what I'm
Yeah.
gonna switch to.
Yeah.
So your the reading the room is crazy for y'all.
The way I do it is I come in. I like to be, even 10 minutes before my set. I'm just watching the opening DJ. What's he playing? That's getting the best reactions. And odds are your opening DJ knows that room. They've played there often. They know it. They just
What
know
type
how to.
of people come there?
Absolutely, they're
Right.
really really good. I was an opener for many years, so I understand that. Watching, I look at the room. Okay, like this, I scan 90% Latino, 70% Black, 3% white people. Like I'm looking at all these different kind of like do. And then I kind of do a little salad in probably my first 30 minutes of my set, and just to see like what's hitting. Because just because a crowd looks a certain
So you're
way,
not going off no list. You
No.
just
I mean, I
straight
have
freestyle most of the time. But
I have a
it's in your
folder.
head. You're listening
Yeah,
in your head.
yeah.
Be like,
You never know because sometimes it is like.
hey, what kind of music would you play in this room? This room is all mixed up. You got black, Egyptian, Palestinian,
You're Palestinian?
Mexican.
Palestinian.
So you kind of like the.
I actually do.
Yeah, it's hard. You're a perfect Vegas room.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're a perfect open format Vegas room. Like that's what makes Vegas great is everyone goes there for one reason, and that's just to have the Vegas experience of losing their mind, and that is I love it.
Yeah, we all love losing our minds.
Yeah.
In Vegas.
You're getting like
So
podunk
would you
something.
pick the party scene now or when we in our era?
I would pick the party scene in our area.
Yeah, it's
100%.
way
Is that
better.
always gonna be
These
like
guys
that
are
for sure,
lame,
then?
man.
man.
They're so
Listen,
lame out there.
Like I never want to be stuck in the past.
And it's not. We're not
but
biased.
No,
though. It's not being biased. It's just
Well,
like
we didn't have the phones like that. You
It
know
was
what I mean?
great.
We all had to
actually
be in the
enjoyed each
moment. You had to
other.
be in the mix.
I would
Yeah.
1,000%. You had to be in the mix. You danced. You weren't worried about being in the background of someone's video. You weren't worried about like I mean, the shit we did back then, thank
music was
God.
even better.
Right.
The music was totally better.
You better not be no the wallflower. You're
Oh,
gonna
no.
get attacked on
Absolutely.
that wallflower.
Right, and then even though you're on the wall, you still get
You still go.
Yeah, you're right.
I thought you didn't want to dance. Huh? Your
Totally
head.
right. I missed that. I missed that.
juvenile. Oh my god.
She was wild in the club back then, man.
was great.
You better not go.
So
Now it's
great.
like a
Yes.
bunch of lames on their phones recording themselves all the time. That's
Or
it.
it's like, it just sucks. It's really unfortunate. It's, either you get the people that actually can't afford bottle service, and usually they definitely don't give two shits because they're doing this all the time, right?
Yeah.
Like, whatever. Popping bottles, bring the girls. Or you're getting the people that can't afford bottle service and bring 12 of their friends to accommodate that bill, and they just want to act like the people who
we see
do
that
this
shit.
every weekend. And so it
That world's
sucks.
wild.
It's always that one person. Always that one person.
My favorite is the guy. It's specifically the guy.
It's always
The guy that didn't buy the table, but man, he's in that video with that bottle. Grip tight. Grip tight.
We have a lot of people we know like that.
I would say most people do. For every bottle popper, they got about 5 friends that ain't about that
But it's
life.
getting worse. But like you said, it's getting worse. It's like it's the guys now. It's not the girls. So
Oh, no.
We call them. Promoters. We call them bottle rats.
Yeah.
So, but like it's guys now. Like
Hardcore.
for real,
Because
for
now the
real.
girls are kind of like sitting down. Like they don't have to
You know
do
what I
anything.
mean?
The liquor's there. But the guys.
not putting it in. They're dressed a certain way. You would think they have it. They look like they have it. Hey, bro, you got $50, $100 to put in on it? Well, see, with my bank account is set up.
Dude. And then
Was it
now
my dog?
people get away with a
No,
lot of
it's a
shit
dog.
now that there's no cash.
Here's Rico.
Now you get away with a lot of shit. Now that there's no cash. Oh, no, I don't got no cash. I'll Venmo you.
Never do it. Everybody
Blacked
just
out.
fucking forget about
Never.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cash leaving is.
Elvis said, ask her about chorizo chasers and skunkas.
Oh my god.
Chorizo chasers?
Yeah.
That sounds.
Well,
Your
if you guys
team
want to
is
throw yourselves
dope.
out on blast, so because I have a very large Latino following that I'm very proud of,
That's what's up.
I call. How would you say it? Let's see. It's like what you would maybe call a cougar. She's she's a little more mature in age. But she still wants that chorizo. You know what I'm saying? She's still looking for that chorizo. And so I have a whole crew in this chat that are the chorizo chasers. Yeah, they got their own emote and everything. Drop the
There's a
emote.
lot of chorizo chasers in there. There you go.
Oh yeah, they're there.
Patrice Rojas,
Yeah.
Elva Compa, Stephanie S.
Yeah, they love it. They got their guys that they're streamers that they want that chorizo, and they're proud.
Betty.
Yeah, Betty's part of the chorizo. Norma is actually the leader of the chorizo.
Okay, so this is like a real group?
Oh, straight up. I'm getting them
Holy
jackets.
shit.
I feel like
Chorizo
this is like
chasers.
the woman man hater club, like going out for all the dudes.
Oh no, they are the women. Their name speaks for itself. They're chorizo chasers. They want it. They might not actually, I don't know,
Chase
but
the chorizo.
yeah, they might chase the chorizo when they get it. Maybe they're like, okay, I don't want it anymore, but they're chasing for it.
Leslie Maris said the Cougar moms are on the prowl.
Yeah, that's them. El Camino, what up? Yeah, that's the chorizo chasers. And then my dad comes on with Oldie Sunday with me, and his favorite line is "Where my skonka's at," because he's a skonka chaser. Yeah. And if you don't know what that is, it's a hood rat, a sucia. What is that in
In Arabic?
Yeah.
Asusia, wischa.
There you go. There you go.
So wischa.
See, we all got him. We all got him. We all got him.
That was it because she goes to Nebraska country.
I do. Yeah, I do. That we have one of our V swarmers. She's from Nebraska, and she comes down here to party a lot all the time. And I actually play out there too. Yeah.
What's the last state besides Vegas that you played in?
Where was I last? God, I don't even know. I go to Texas tomorrow, Thursday. Let me see. God.
Playing for Beyonce or what?
For Texas Rangers, I'm doing their opening. Yeah, they're for Jalisco, and then on Saturday, I'm doing the Dodgers opening weekend tailgate party.
Nice.
With
I have to
Jalisco
ask.
Estrella. Yeah.
So you played for the Raiders, but are you a Raiders fan?
Die hard.
Me too.
Die hard. That was insane. I'm sorry.
That's what I'm talking about.
That was like a dream come true in the world
I
of
bet.
how is my life. 2023, when I tell you any dream that I didn't even know that I had, I received.
true.
Yeah.
Were you there
I'm
for
good.
the 5K?
Say that again?
Were you there for the 5K? They had
No.
a 5K Raiders
No.
run. Okay.
No, did you do it?
I did. Yeah.
No.
It was really nice.
That was awesome. That was like a really great year. Again, like it sucks not being asked to come back, but hopefully no one took my place. There's just not another DJ in my area. So hopefully, it circles back because I am a diehard Raider fan.
You guys hear that?
Birth, childhood.
So the club.
Yeah, you don't want to talk about that. Huh?
Wait, what fan? What are you?
Cowboys all day.
Oh, I'm.
It's okay.
What are you, Ronnie?
You guys look better in blue.
From LA to the Bay. Raider.
Yeah. What about you?
I grew up a
Jacob?
Raider
LA
fan.
to the
Okay.
Bay.
See, you outnumbered.
My whole family
So
was
I'm
Raider
going to
fans.
Arlington.
I'm
That's
Mexican.
actually
Come
where
on.
I'm going.
You guys have fevers. They're okay.
Cowboys.
Cowboys all day. You got on blue.
This is Dodger for Dodgers.
Still wrong blue.
Cowboys. Okay, not everyone's perfect.
Oh,
right.
there it is. Shots fired.
Not all heroes wear capes. We wear stars on our helmets. You know what I mean? So,
Here we go.
Singled
So,
out.
so you got some more chats?
Austin from Leslie Maris. Austin was the last place.
Austin. I was in Austin about a week ago. There you go. Maybe no.
So what's next? Like the next big thing that you're going to be doing? Like, do you have something like that's going on, or that something's in the works that people don't know about? They could tell the viewers what's going on. What do you got next?
I don't think so. Like right now, no. Which is kind of what I love about this life, because I could say no today, but like I don't know, in 2 weeks that completely changes. But right now, no. Everything is what you see is what you get at face value. But I will say, You're Not Down is kind of just like.
You guys gotta go.
If you understood what it was, then you would. Yeah, it's.
Why don't you
When is
tell
it?
the people about it a little bit, though? Because I know we talked a little bit about it. Why don't you
April?
explain really what that is?
So what You're Not Down is a party where, we're gonna brand this year the new nostalgia because it's throwbacks, all old school. You okay? You good?
Sorry, you good?
Yeah. Go ahead.
All throwbacks, old school backyard boogie. If you can play it in your backyard boogie, you can play it there. And I'm talking sky's the limit. So we don't say only one type of thing. Do you? We want it to be the DJ's greatest thing. We let you play new music, but as long as you don't stay there too long. So it's just this gigantic outdoor party that you can bring your mom, your grandma, your 21-year-old. Like, that is what the demographic is.
It feels like
21.
like a family party.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Is it 21 and over?
21 and over.
Okay. Is it like a day and night?
It's only day. So it's
Okay.
Sunday of one Sunday a month during season. So we start in April, we wrap in September.
Let's do our birthday.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
My birthday's in April.
And mine's in April, too.
28th.
Mine's 25th.
This is what makes You're Not Down amazing. This is what I pride You're Not Down. It is not just, it's an experience. It's a party. It's people dancing. What we say we hate, like, yeah, they're staring, but they're really dancing and they're really into it and they're singing along and they're getting into it. If you leave You're Not Down without the experience of like a genuine party, this shit is a party. Like, we sell tables and we sell bottles, but that is so second, like, that's not our focus at all. Our focus is getting you in that door and just giving you the best experience possible. It's like Vegas meets Art Laboe meets freaking party meets party rock meets like just crazy shit melted into one type of thing,
Nice.
which I love.
All right, well, we better hurry up and get those tickets because there's only 24
Well,
like,
let me
24 left, right?
Let me see now.
How many you got left?
Let's see. Oh, now there's 1,482 sold, so that leaves. I suck at math, guys. Less than 20.
It was 1,500. You guys
Yeah.
start off
Yeah.
1,500.
And wait,
For like 17 tickets left, I think. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Or 18 tickets.
Nice. We sold a few during the show.
Yeah. Good job, guys.
Well, before we wrap, I want to ask you one last question.
Yeah.
I like to ask a lot of our audience,
Yeah.
a lot of our guests, so the audience know a little bit more about who you are.
One more week for the last one.
Okay, go ahead.
Back to what we were saying with the Art Laboe.
Yeah.
What role did he play in your
Are you
career?
kidding
like
me?
that one.
Oh my God. So my dad is a cholo. Like, I grew up very much so in that
My
lifestyle.
mom was too.
There
She's
you
from
see.
Mount Flores.
Oh,
Yeah.
My dad's from Upland. I.e., like, it's so funny when I was driving over here, I was like, oh, it's by the jail. Like, I know the county jail very, very well because I would have to go visit my dad there fairly
Yeah.
often. That's literally what I thought. Oh, they're right by the jail. So I grew up just in that lifestyle that my dad was there, and I lived in Altaloma, my grandmother moved us there because she didn't want us to be, it was like the nice area back then. So she paid for us to live there. But every Sunday, we would listen to Art Laboe. And I remember we lived in a 2-bedroom apartment, and I'll never forget, in the summertime, we only had an air conditioner in our living room. So we would make a big, huge blanket, like big bed in the living room, turn the air on so that we could sleep. And we would go to sleep listening to Art Laboe every Sunday. Like, that was just a thing. It just never was not a part of my life.
Yeah, that same thing with me. I'd be in the backyard on Sunday, listen to Art Laboe, just jamming.
And the crazy thing is, this new generation is still following in that. Like, it's something about being Chicano that is I'm so proud of being Latino and specifically Chicano, because we have this sense of, and I tell people all the time, when you are not hitting your Latino audience, you're missing a very loyal fan base. Probably the most loyal fan base, or the most loyal consumer that you're ever going to get. We have all throughout generations listened to the same. I will say we are pretty good at hating on each other, but overall, as far as when you're Latino and you love something, you're writing that shit.
Shit, they'll play those songs forever.
Forever. I'm listening to the same shit that my sister, who is way younger than me, like, I have a sister 15, 20 years younger than me. Still, she's going through that phase in high school, learning all this stuff. It's just part of our culture, specifically, I think, in California. So it's freaking amazing. Think about Selena. We've had one big person. Selena has ridden the wave of being relevant forever. There's just, it doesn't go away. So it's just culture. It's rooted.
To her this morning at the gym. Bitty bitty bum bum, you know.
It's the jam. It's the jam. So I'm proud. I'm proud to hold the torch, and my goal is to bring Chicano excellence. Like, it's not one thing, right? I think when you hear the word Chicano, you think like, oh, cholo, and like
it's for the raza.
Raza, and I'm all about raza, but that's not me. Like, I'm both. I have a part of that, but I also have a part of this other area. So that's kind of like my little, where I'm at with who I am and who I'm becoming, I guess.
Well, that's what I was gonna. That just ties into what I wanted to ask you. So, take away everything that you've been doing, from DJing to everything, because obviously you're an artist, so you have a lot going on with that. Are people that have that artistic, lifestyle? I feel like they're just they're very different people because they're more deep into what they do. So I wanted to ask you, like, take away everything.
Okay.
Who are you deep inside? Who would you tell the people you are if you couldn't DJ anymore or do anything, but you could just speak to them and tell them who you are?
If you take away DJing and all that, the crazy part is I think I'm still who I am now. Like, I'm not very different. I'm the girl that if you need me, you're going to call me and I'm going to be there for you. I'm the girl that, if you just need someone to talk to, like, hit me up. Even if I'm annoyed, right? Like, even if I don't have the time, I'll make the time. I'm the girl that, my family is a very big part of what comes first for me. That's kind of just the same. I don't really see myself as too different than before all of this. Like, I'm just a regular girl. Like, I like regular things. I like barbecuing on Sundays. I watched an interview with Amber Rose talking about Kanye, how he was, like, wanting to take her to this crazy, amazing place. And she's like, I like that, but I need a barbecue when I get home. Yeah. Like, that's kind of me. Like, I love this really amazing, beautiful things that I see. But ultimately, I'm just a regular girl. Like, I like regular things.
You want to come home to the simple life.
I like both.
Well, because you see the craziness.
Yeah.
So it's nice to come home to simple things.
I love caviar. Like, I'm a caviar-ass chola, right? You know what I'm saying? That's my shit.
And some Alberto.
Caviar with the bandana.
Give me some Albertos. You know what I'm saying? Like, sign me up. I love the Olive Garden. Okay? Like, that shit is still classic.
Cheesecake Factory. Like, someone stick you on a date at Cheesecake Factory.
If Olive Garden shuts down, like, I'm doing a full-on breakdown. Like, so I'm just a regular girl that likes nice things, but at the end of the day, just I like my regular life. I like to go to the grocery store, wash my own car.
Growing up, like, you talking about the same.
Yeah.
You were bad, weren't you?
I don't know if I was bad. I was actually very
caught.
Rambunctious.
What was your dreams and aspirations?
I wanted to be an actress always when I was little. Yeah.
So you in the beginning of the podcast, you were saying you were kind of like camera shy.
Yeah.
I told you the pictures.
No, photo shy.
Oh, photo shy.
Like, I'll be on my phone talking shit. I'm a funny girl. I love making people laugh. I just like if I can make someone laugh. A little bit. I was a socializer.
Your girl was a class clown, y'all that's watching over there.
I was friends with everybody. My mom used to call me the friend of the friendless. Like, I'm friends with everybody. I just like making people laugh and feel good. I never, do I have a version of a mean girl inside of me? I think we all do. But ultimately, I just like making people laugh, and I don't find myself to look I don't find myself to look the way I want to look, so I don't like taking photos. But I like myself enough in the sense of my humor that overtakes. I don't care what I look like.
That's
I'll be
cool.
looking busted as hell.
You went from making people laugh to making people dance.
Yeah, I love that.
That's fire.
I always knew I wanted to be an entertainer. I didn't know what that meant, I think, at the time. I was hyper. I'm still hyper. My dad will tell you, like, I just was doing crazy shit. But I wasn't bad. I really wasn't. I was scared of my dad. My dad would whip my ass if, like, I had rules. I knew. Like, I knew
you got to whip that ass still, dads.
That's the
Trust me.
Parents are like 1, 2, 3.
No.
Shit.
We didn't get the countdown.
Do that 10 more times and see what happens. Absolutely not.
And then still nothing after 10 more times.
Yeah.
We whip that ass.
No. But I'm about that. Like, if I was a mom, shit. Because I learned. And there would be times I'd be like, ooh, I'm going to get ass open. But this is worth it. Like, I learned. You know what I mean?
But this is worth it.
You learn, like, give and take. You learn what's worth it. So.
Damn.
But I
My daughter
worked
don't be
really
thinking
young,
that.
too.
Don't be thinking that, Aubrey. It ain't worth it.
I've always been a worker. So
Where's your
I
first job?
honestly, at 8 years old, my grandmother had a salon, and she'd pick me up in the summertime, and I would sweep hair for all the ladies, and they'd get tipped out $20 per lady. So like at 8 years old,
Pretty good.
Right.
8 years
a
old,
week,
shit.
$20 a week,
Yeah.
and there was
Oh,
like,
okay, a week.
but there was
That's
like
still a lot, though, for
6
8-year-old.
for 8-year-old.
Yeah.
There were like 6 people working, so I'd at the end of the week make like $120
Yeah.
a
Damn.
week at 8 years old.
Yeah.
So my grandma would
You were out
save
hustling
it.
me at
I'd go
8,
school
that's for
shopping.
It'd be like Bronx Tale. Come home with the money.
Yeah.
Where you get this money?
Where'd you get this money?
1,000%.
Come
And
on,
then
Joe.
at 13, my family had a janitorial company actually right around this area. We would do the Walmart warehouse. There was a Mervyn's warehouse out here.
Oh, shit.
So at 13, I think I would, like the day I got out of school, it would be, I worked graveyard with my family as a janitor all through high school.
And
So
what were you spending your money on in high school?
all clothes. So
Wow.
I was really poor growing up. We were on welfare. Like I didn't have a lot. My dad was a cholo, like I said. So a lot of times if I didn't spend that money right away, it was getting taken away from me. I'd get my money. I'd go shopping, school shopping. No one at school knew I was poor. They would be
Yeah.
like, damn, that bitch got good clothes.
You know what?
So I was working my ass off a
Because you was
graveyard
hustling,
shift.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
So we got 50 people watching in our 5 o'clock show, which is really good. Shout out to the 50 people watching in right now.
Melissa Martinez says, I'm betting $100 she gets drunk at the first you're not down.
Come on, Melissa. That's messed up. Shout out to Melissa. That's one of my Cold Stone partners. Why you going to do me like that?
Is she lying though?
No, she's not lying. Let's put it this way. Like survival, I can't take that drive. I would not take that bet. Absolutely not.
You can't even bet on
No,
yourself.
absolutely. Or I would just bet on myself.
I've been
to
there.
lose.
I bet on myself to lose.
Yeah.
I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
You're a DJ, so
Yeah.
do you like to dance?
I wanted to be a dancer originally.
Okay.
My first
'Cause
dream.
A lot of DJs don't dance.
Oh my God, are you
They
kidding
boogie.
me?
Yeah.
No.
I've seen some DJs who don't have rhythm, and that's kind of crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, I do be same.
That's like crazy.
Same.
to
So
me.
they,
Like, how
I
do you
said,
do
that's
that?
why I said they don't like to dance, so they don't have rhythm. So I'm like, do you like to dance?
I wanted to be a dancer before I was. That's how I became a DJ. So I
Okay.
wanted to be a backup dancer.
What kind of backup dancer?
Yeah.
I was like, hey.
J-Lo, she was on the J-Lo.
I wanted to do. My dream was to dance for Janet, J-Lo, like that. I wanted to go on tour. And one of my friends, when I was doing that dance circuit out in like North Hollywood, he was a DJ and he taught me how to DJ. So I just like picked it up as a hobby. But then I was like, wait, I'm getting paid to do this shit, and I could still dance. Like, kind of, I'm just dancing back here.
Give me my money.
Yeah. So I'm definitely a dancer by heart. That's
right.
probably the first thing I am over everything.
Everything?
Yeah, I love to dance.
Who's your well, in
So you got it in your head. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay.
So you got it in your head
Oh,
and
yeah.
in your spirit. And
Oh, my God.
Like you going.
I'm 5, 6, 7, 8 every minute of my
Every-
life. 100%.
Why you DJing? Huh? You
Oh
ready?
yeah. Oh
That's
yeah. If I
right.
could break out into a routine at the same time, sign me up.
That's fire.
Right, and in today's game, who's your like favorite DJ? Like you, I'm going to this club to see him and hang out with him, or I want to listen to his set.
Honestly, like the fact that I get to DJ with so many of these people, right now I think Four Color Zach is just like insane. Jay Espinoza, like those two are just so amazing, especially in the open format world of reconstructing songs live on the spot. Right now, like if I can, I'm going to watch them, but it's hard. Like I really can't pick. I'm just so inspired by everybody around me. I know that sounds super like political, but I genuinely feel that way.
What genre then?
I like to watch
house,
open
trance?
format. Yeah, like
Open
if I'm gonna go and take some mushrooms and like kind of can't leave away. Like I like Dom Dalla, Hugel, a lot of like that housey type shit. But I'm a more like open for. I love hip. I love everything in one.
But what DJ that you listened to when they were doing a set like just made you go like that you can think of just made you go, oh shit.
Okay, I don't want to say it was surprising because it's not. They're legends, but I just really think I was so busy and I hadn't really heard the name in a really long time. As far as gigs, we had the Baker Boys play at You're Not Down.
Oh.
Holy shit! When I tell you, I remember like being like. They just blew my mind because they were playing like new shit old in ways that I didn't play. And they're legends for a reason, right? But they just hadn't been out, I think, in a place that I had seen them in a long time. So I would say the Baker Boys, dude, they just murked that shit. I mean, just amazing.
Kill Harry said, Wink Dickerson is a good DJ.
Say that again?
Kill Harry said, Wink Dickerson?
Wink, okay.
Is it
I
DJ?
don't know
You
Wink
who that is?
Dickerson yet,
No?
but...
And then Jacqueline Alvey said, hey girl, hey.
Oh, hey, girl. It's kind of a little thing.
That's right.
So,
Which is crazy. It came from Vina.
So everybody watching, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that like and subscribe button over here on this.
For sure. And then what DJ is the last person you listen to? Like who's in your playlist? Who's your playlist like the most? That's
Okay,
played
so
over and
it's
over?
actually a young DJ. He's up and coming. He's out of Texas. His name is DJ Ortiz. He did R&B and rib set that I happened to come across on SoundCloud. Fell in love. This kid is definitely the future, for sure. He's going to be a future legend out in Texas. DJ Ortiz, R&B and ribs. The kid's like in his 20s. He actually came and we finally met when I was in Austin for South by Southwest 2 weeks ago. Cool kid. We hung out all night. But he's kind of consistently on my
radar?
yeah. I love listening to his mixes. They're inspiring.
So, would you ever produce?
Yes, I want to. That's the plan. I think, like I said, I always have to feel right. I'm hyper, so sitting in front of a computer is a little hard for me. Like,
You just gotta stand up and do it.
I'm like, I just teach me all the instruments so that I could just do it live. But I think I'm slowing down in the sense of like I'm getting there. So I'm actually reached out to Richard Vision, and we've been talking about kind of like, taking me to do things like that. Yeah, another legend. Shout out Richard Vision.
Leslie Merez, she said, her You're Not Down lineups never disappoint and get better and better each year.
Yeah, I just want to gift the people this great talent. Like, and a lot of these DJs, they don't get to play sets like this.
Yeah.
And that's what makes, I think, our party really, really magical. They're like, wait, what? Like, in 1,500 people will let me play the throwbacks that I want to play. Yes, they love it.
Is it like you and your team, like in a room, like putting together, like choosing what DJs that you want?
Yeah,
You're
it's
Not
myself and DJ John B. He's he's definitely my right-hand man. He's been with me since day one. He kind of, especially in the beginning, was kind of my sound guy, like that just really, he understands music. He's been in the game forever. He knows it really well. So it's kind of him and I. I'll call him and say, who do you think? Who do you want? Who do you want to see? And Baker Boys was actually, he brought them to the table and was like, I want Baker Boys for my birthday. And so that blew me out of the water. So it's pretty much me and John. Adam, I'll reach out to, and, Adam does a lot of booking. So we kind of just,
He's more laid back.
Adam's chill. Like,
he's
Adam's
more
like,
laid back.
yeah,
Sorry, Adam.
Adam's my comfort. He's like my pillow. I know everything's going to be okay if Adam's right there with me. It just makes me feel better. So it's John and myself for the most part, and Adam here and there. We just kind of bounce names around and kind of see who fits. And yeah, a lot of DJs are trying to get on, which is crazy.
I see you inspire a lot of people. How does that make you feel?
The blind leading the blind. I don't that's wild, but that's great.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It is.
We love
for
leading the
sure.
blind.
I mean,
Being blind,
humbleness
bleeding
always
blind.
cool, but
Yeah.
We all fall down the same hole. You know what I mean?
No, I tell people all the time, like, y'all do what I say, I'm very sorry. Like, I hope I lead you somewhere great, but just
Right.
know, like, I'm not out here thinking I don't know shit.
But
To know everything is to know nothing.
You know something.
Obviously,
You know
they
something.
love you
Yeah.
Thanks.
and they support you.
Yeah, that part is crazy. It just trips me out, and we've been doing this for like 4 years, and the fact that a lot of these people still show up week after week is like, I just don't know why, but thank you. Like, I appreciate it.
Do you get noticed in public? And and if you do, like, how do you like feel about it? Like, is it like overwhelming?
I like it. It's nice. It feels good. I would be lying if I didn't say it didn't feel good. It feels great. It's like, holy shit. It's only overwhelming, like, at a place that large group of people come, sometimes it can get a little over, like pulling, touching.
You need a
Come here,
bodyguard.
drink. Sometimes, yeah. You're not down, I have to have a bodyguard. Absolutely, for
I got
sure.
a couple people. Let me know.
Yeah, you're not down, I have to be with a guarded team. At one point, it was like we needed two because they just want to.
When you're walking around,
Yeah.
you have a guy with you. He's kind of big.
And it's no one's doing anything bad or malicious. It's they're excited and they're drunk too, and like everyone feels like I'm their best friend, which I love. I do love that.
Don't touch me.
I'm not angry. Sometimes just like chill. Like they want to kiss you and like.
Well, you already have a lot going on. So
Yeah,
it's
and
like,
then
you
that
know,
day,
you're just like,
yeah. So it can be overwhelming, but that's very only specific times.
Kid Larry said, "Do you do bar mitzvahs?"
I don't. I no longer do weddings, bat mitzvahs. Now, granted, there have been people that have paid me a tremendous amount of money to do those things.
Somebody
but
talks.
It does talk, but I try not to. Like, I'm the girl that's like, man, don't waste your money. Like, not that you would be wasting your money, but like, go on a vacation. Don't pay me crazy money to DJ your wedding. Like,
Are you guys magic users? I'm guessing.
am I what?
Magic users? Is that like shrooms?
Magic users.
I'm guessing that's mushrooms. I absolutely partake in microdosing. Yeah.
Medical uses, not, you know what I mean? She's
No, but that's not true. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna give you the real deal, huh?
right.
I'm a very avid, like, I don't do cocaine. I don't do any types of things like that. I have done Molly in the past before. I'm very open. But as every day, like, I don't smoke a lot of weed. But, sometimes when I don't want to drink, I will microdose shrooms. I love it. It makes me happy, and I'm not hungover the next day. I don't do it all the time. But on occasion, yeah, I do. Mm-hmm. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
What's your favorite type of genre of music, like, just to listen to? Not DJs, but like music. Like,
R&B. I'm an R&B girl. I'm a lover. I'm a lover who doesn't love.
Have you seen the Usher thing in Vegas since you're out there a lot?
I didn't.
He's like, you want to go?
I haven't.
He's like, can I hold your
I'm
hand?
not trying to see Usher's ass.
I
It's in
haven't.
front of me.
I haven't. I love Usher, but I haven't. Like, my favorite right now is like Brent Faiyaz. I love
I
like
love
that's
Brent Faiyaz.
just.
He's dope.
So I'm an R&B girl, I would say, yeah. But it's hard.
Do you follow a lot of the shit that's going on, like
Did
with
Rocco get the tea?
with the was it Drake, the J. Cole, and the Kendrick Lamar?
Yeah.
Who are you picking?
I'm controversial, Buzz, because I Drake and drive, right? I'm a Drake fan. I love Drake. I can see how he can come off as probably a douchebag, right? Like, he has very douchey ways. But if you really look at his career, I think he's freaking fantastic at what he does. I think
He came a long way.
I mean, the guy is, like, I think we're getting into the era of, like, okay, like, enough. But hits. He's just hits after hits. I can listen to the Drake channel. I love Drake. Lyrically, I would have a hard time picking Kendrick over J. Cole. I don't know if I could pick.
Those are different.
I think they are definitely the two alphas in that lane. But it's fun. I think it's fun. I like the drama. Give me the drama. I love when dudes drama because y'all be like some girls too, man.
Shit.
Hey, a lot of dudes are sassy now.
Oh,
Is it sassy?
100%. The pettiness.
Oh
the
yeah, we had the
sassiness.
sassy apocalypse over
Sassy
there.
apocalypse.
I'm gonna start using that, the sass apocalypse.
The women made them that way.
Yeah.
Listen, you're probably right. I'm not even saying you're wrong, but
Maybe.
yeah. So I love all three.
Current dating situation.
Non-existent.
Non-existent.
Yeah,
All
absolutely.
business, work.
Myself. Yeah.
Good.
It's
He's all good. He's all buzz
Yes,
me
I got a
in.
chance.
when you're busy.
Look at that,
like,
look at that. Is this like we're having that little dating the match thing going on right now? Is that what's going on?
Okay.
Is that what's really
exactly
happening
how
right now?
many people are in your DMs right now? Is that what's happening next?
Yeah. How many? How
no,
many?
Dating
No say.
myself.
No say.
Happily
No,
dating
He's
myself.
he's arm standing right in front of you.
You don't
Yeah,
gotta
but
slide.
just be all business. All business.
Yeah, I
business.
think I've dated, and that era of my life was great and so awesome and fun. And I've been in a relationship. I was in a relationship for 7 years, and that was amazing and great. But this is the first time that I'm in a relationship with my work, and I love it. I'm just so, I love what I do, and seeing these new levels surpass that. I'm so hyper focused on that's really just what I want to focus on. I don't want to meet anybody. If it happens, great. I'm not looking for it. I'm not sad. I'm not lonely. I got way too many of these bitches hanging out with me all the time.
But you got the groupies
Oh
over
yeah,
there, you know, groupies.
my homegirls are right. So
And you got the groupies, you know what I mean? Like,
Chorizo chasers.
the chorizo chasers. So no, dating myself and very happy. You know, when it's meant to be, it'll be. Yeah. And if that's, I mean, I don't think it'll be never, but yeah, for sure. Yeah.
no, nothing. We're just having fun over here.
It's
you know
okay.
what I
I'm
mean?
with it. Listen, I'm that type of gal. Let's go. Single, not ready to mingle.
But I think that yeah, we're closing out. We already went over time, way over time. So yeah.
My bad, y'all.
No, we're good.
I talk a lot.
No, we were good. We were good. Like we kept rolling. You know what I mean? We had 65 people. Well, shout out to 65 people watching live.
What it
For the
do?
5 o'clock show, killing it, man.
So wait,
Yeah.
how me ask you guys questions? How many shows do you guys do? So you do 2 today.
We do 2 every Tuesday, but sometimes like shit goes wild. Like we had to do 4 shows.
Okay.
Because had all these people hitting us up, and they were like, you know, doing big things.
So you
So we
just
brought
knocked
them
them
in. We went and did it all. It's a lot.
Live.
All of them are live. See, and a lot of there's like hardly any podcast doing lives.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how we're building up pretty fast. And then we have some good episodes. You know what I mean? Shit, it is what it is. We got good episodes.
Hey man, you gotta hype
You know
yourself
what
up.
I mean?
Absolutely, you gotta believe in yourself. If you
We
didn't, like,
were looking at the numbers today. So 5 months ago, our IG was only at 2,000 followers. Now we're at 21,000 in 5 months. On
that's
IG.
really
And we ain't IG people. Like,
I'm not gonna
I
lie.
didn't care
Like
about none of that.
when you had reached out, I get so many people that are like, "Hey,
That's
come on my
right.
podcast." And then I was like, "Okay, you'd reached out," and I suck. Like when you get me sitting down, I'm fantastic, but I suck at responding. I barely hit your girl back up today on my way over here. Like, "Hey, is this the right place?" I'm just really trash at keeping my life together. But when you'd hit me up, I like hit the link and I thought, "Oh shit, their numbers are really good." Yeah. You
Oh
do.
really?
Yeah.
I'm glad our numbers are doing good then.
But
I
know
would
what I
have
mean?
if you had like 400 people on your. I would probably have passed on it just because it's like
as you said, it
time.
wouldn't
Yeah.
make sense. and it
Yeah,
wouldn't make sense.
yeah.
That makes sense.
It's no diss. It's just
That makes sense.
time is money.
Man,
Baby.
we had like we were
Exactly.
stuck. Not even lying. We were stuck at like 350 people for like months.
That's how I feel on Instagram.
And then all of
I'm
a
stuck at
sudden-
89,000. It's pissing me off.
All of a sudden, we just started going boom, boom, boom. It just
IG?
kept going. Like our YouTube, we're monetized.
Okay.
So that was like a lot of work. Just that we got 25. It's actually like getting it down to like
That's
it's
Freaking
past
amazing.
25. We're like
Yeah,
at 20, almost 26,000 subscribers.
and you guys have all been writing together this whole time.
No.
Yeah, no.
Vince
So
started at first, and then
Okay.
I came in after.
yeah, and then she
Jump
started
in
coming
here
in.
and there.
Okay, I like it. You need a woman's
So, like-
touch.
Right.
So yeah, so we just been kept like just flowing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And it just keeps growing. Like we have over 350,000 people that's watched the show.
That is amazing.
Yeah, that's
Good for you
dope.
guys.
I
Shout
love
out to
that.
the IE.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like that we're the #1 podcast in the IE. I'm loving
too.
that. I want to keep that title flowing. You know
I
what
rock
I mean?
for the IE so hard. Like I truly believe in.
We all grew up
What we're trying to do is try
Which
to bring
parts- where'd you grow
so
up?
many. Well, Inland Empire, yeah, Fontana a lot.
Both.
Rialto, Fontana.
Riverside Rancho.
Y'all real IE.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Before-
I feel like I'm like
Hardcore.
towards the end of the IE.
Before the 210 was built.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm
Before
like,
951.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before the
Yeah.
951
I was
Yeah.
pissed.
I know.
I know,
951.
right?
I still think that
I
number.
still have a 909.
I have a 909 number.
I
Yeah,
wish
for
that
sure.
951
I was
pissed
going
me
to
off.
switch over.
I was so mad.
But we try to bring in like local people so that and then what's ended up happening is now it's just growing our fan base because we're bringing all these business owners and different people from
Yeah.
the Inland Empire in here.
Yeah.
And it's just growing and growing fast. So we're just going to continue to do this because we're not looking to like do something where something just blows up right away.
Yeah.
I'm fine with the growth. That's how all my businesses got started.
I think that's normal. I think most people look at thinking that things should be overnight, and that's just not reality.
Nope.
Like
And then I ended up quitting. because
it,
it doesn't
1,000%. I tell people all the time, man. Just dude, like it feels like I blew up as a DJ overnight, but I've been in this game for 12, 13 years. Like this is not overnight. So I think that's good. Yeah, I like it.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, trust the process, and I'm honored that you guys asked to have me on. Like, thank you.
We appreciate you
Yeah.
having me coming on. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
come
So
back again.
yeah, we got definitely come. You got to come on
I'm
again.
down. I don't
So what-
shut up. I'm down.
So we'll close out. Go ahead.
House of a Baz, I'm Ronnie Adams.
I'm Jacob Costas. Shed the sheet. Can you tell everybody shed the sheet?
Shed the sheet.
Everybody go shed the sheet.
Shed the sheet.
And we're out.
Bye.